Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day and staying warm. It's been pretty cold around here. We've had a little bit of spit and snow, but no accumulations, not yet anyway. I wish we would get a little snow. I like to play in it. You know, you can't take the boy out of a man. Or most all of us still likes to play in the snow and get out there and throw snowballs and have fun. That's just the boy in us men. Anybody that's new here, I'd like to say hello and welcome to the channel. And if you are new, leave us a comment of what country or what state you're in. We'll put a pin on this map for you. It's just to see how far out in the world that we're reaching here on YouTube. Well, I think what we're going to do today is some French cleats. I done that over yonder on the wall, what was it, last year? I done a video about it. And I think that was the first time I'd really done very many of those French cleats. It's going to give us an opportunity to try out our new monster here. Our new monster dust collection. And I'm just trying to find something to do to try that out. I got a lot of old scrap wood here. And the best I can tell, it's all poplar. And it should be good and dry. It's been in here in the shop for probably a couple of years now. I think this was actually part of the old dust collection. And I've had this up on the miter saw, cutting boards on top of it. It looks pretty rough right now, and I'm not really worried about the looks of this. I'll bring you around here and show you what we're going to try to do. These things right here, I'm going to probably keep that one, but we're going to take it down and put a cleat system across right here to hang some more boxes on. The reason I'm going to do that is I'm constantly looking for screws. So we're going to make us some boxes to hang there, probably with the dividers in them. Either that or we're going to make little individual boxes. I hadn't decided yet, and that way we can have some different types of screws in them. I think that'll be handy. I won't have to search and look around the shop for my screws. I can just keep a few there. But we're going to try to clean this up. We'll probably use the little Craftsman hand plane because it's cold outside and I really don't want to open this door to run this stuff through the big plane. So we'll probably just use that hand planer. We'll try it out and the new monster. So y'all come along with me and we'll see what we can get into here. I think the first thing that we will do is take this box down. I have no idea what's in it. Sharpies, notepads, or sticky notes. Hey, I've been looking for that. The rest of this stuff, I think we can probably throw away. Now then, we need to see how long we need our cleat. Looks like about 26.5. We'll rip us a piece on the 45 to reach all the way across here. We'll cut our first piece here, 26.5. I see I've got some staples in this. I'll have to be careful and not hit them. $26.5. That's gonna miss that staple. I don't see any more over there on the other side. We got this one cut the right length. The first thing I'm going to do is rip these staples off where I don't have to worry about forgetting about them and sawing into them. But before we do that, we need to get the vacuum turned on to the table saw. The way I've got mine set up is with this one lever, I can close off all that section. And with these two levers, I can open the vacuum up to the table saw. It's a little aggravating. You have to remember it between each place. But what I usually try to do is do most of my cutting first shut it off, turn it on to the table saw, and then do my ripping. I decided to get these staples out of the rest of this piece. I'm needing it that width. I'm going to split it in the middle to help build my boxes out of. Now, this is the one part of our French cleat right here. I've already measured down and put me some screws here to set this on. We're going to pre-drill holes right here, here, and here. If you're doing one of these, always remember to drill your hole on the flat part of this. You don't want your hole up here on the 45 part. This is about how big we're going to make our box, the bottom of it. Now then we need to cut our sides, and we're going to make one more bottom. I think these will work. I need to cut 4 more sides. That way I have enough to make 2 boxes. And then we'll cut the ends for them. Pretty good job keeping all this sawdust contained in here. I'm not seeing a whole lot coming out. We got everything dry fitted here pretty good. I think I may have to trim these sides just a little bit more. Before we do that, let's put them in the vise here and try the plane on them. Now I don't know if I'll plane the inside of them or not. I think I may just plane the outside. Always make sure you put your wood up above your vise. We don't want to be hitting that with our planer blade. that done pretty good. It left just a little bit of a ridge right here, and I'm not too concerned about that. They're just going to be boxes to hold screws. Look how much better that looks plain than the way it was. We'll get the rest of these done. Then we'll be ready to put them together. Well, I got one of them put together here. And we run into a little problem. And I kind of know that we would, but it's not that big a deal to me. I'm just going to saw these off. But if you can see right here, these 45s are sticking up further than these. And the reason for that is because this right here is a thicker piece of wood than that. I know whenever I started cutting them, I seen the different thicknesses. But like I said, I'm all right with it. I didn't want to go to that much trouble on these little boxes. I could have ripped these down and sized them all the same thickness. But I think it'll be fine. I'm going to let the glue dry. And then I'll probably take a nail set and set that staple up and then cut that off with the miter saw. I'll either do that or I'll take the sander and sand them down. Either way, that poplar's pretty soft. I don't think it'll be no problem. We got this one here we still got to put together. I was going to use my little finish gun, but I've got two of them. Neither one of them would work. I don't know. I'll have to tire into them sometime or another and try to figure out what's wrong with them. Either that or get some new ones. They're pretty old. We're putting a little glue on this, and that way I'm not having to nail it together very much. This here is a little 1/4-inch crown stapler. And it'll hold real good, but those staples, they show up worse. There's certain ways you can turn them, and they won't show up hardly as bad, but they still show up worse than a nail. You can see here, I've got it turned with the grain. That way they'll set up in there a little further. But they'll show up more than a little small nail. Them's holding tight. I turned the vacuum on. Must have hit the button. I'll get this last piece put on, and then we'll be ready to put the French cleat on the side of it and try it out over here. All right, we'll put our cleats on. I believe I hear the UPS out here. Yeah, it was UPS. It's dropping off some parts for the sawmill. We're going to hold down about the thickness of this cleat when we put it on. Alright, we got one more here. This was the old original one that was on there already. Alright, let's try them and see if they'll fit and see if they'll even work. They might not work without something solid behind them. Alright. Well, let's just go for it right here in the middle and see if it's going to work. Yeah, I believe that's going to hold. ain't that just neat? Now then I can put screws or nails, whatever I want to in there. And I can just take that off and set it up here and work with it until I get done. I went ahead and finished those ends. You can see they don't stick out anymore. I sanded them off with the sander. Well, that's going to help us a lot. Put a few screws in there. I'm all the time using these little 1-inch sheetrock screws. So we'll have some right here close to us now. That was the UPS truck. We had ordered some parts, some belts for the sawmill and some roller guides, and they came in. They have pretty fast shipping. I think it's been about 3 or 4 days since I ordered that. Now, I can't remember what the shipping price was, but it was high. Well, that's going to be about it today. I hope we don't get that freezing rain, because that can be a mess. But I hope y'all stay safe. I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one. That French cleat's pretty neat. Look here.